Okay, so today we're going to be studying one of the best marketers in the world. But one of the most important things that helps him blow up his business isn't his crazy high production ads, but rather the copy and design on his landing pages, because this is where people convert. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down his landing page, the elements that he's using to scale and grow his business and convert like crazy, and then breaking it down so you can take that and apply it to your own business to achieve similar results, right? So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so there are conversion elements that almost every business or every landing page has to actually get people over the line, right? And that's credibility, the law, the offer, the objection handling, social proof, ease, and result. And I'm going to be breaking down exactly how he does this in his landing pages. And we're going to be putting the elements in here, and I'm going to be breaking it down and walking you along with it, right? So this is his page. Sell like crazy page, right? So you got here at the top, instantly is, you know, your the number one Amazon bestseller, right? This adds a lot of, what does this add out of these, right? So where would you put this under? Well, I would put it under credibility, right? Let's put, it's a number one Amazon, number one Amazon bestseller, right? And it's a free book giveaway. Well, because it's a free book, this is a really great front end offer because you're giving something away for free. It's a very low barrier to entry. So the law here would be free book offer. And it works really great because, yeah, like I said, it's a very low barrier to entry thing to actually get into, which is amazing. Shark Tank investor agrees to give away 10,000 companies. So it's a, you know, Shark Tank investor, right? That's another thing you can put here. Pays because he's using his authority here, right? He's leveraging, you know, Shark Tank. People might not recognize him, but they will recognize Shark Tank, right? Because Shark Tank is very, very popular, right? So he's leveraging their authority. 1,000 best-selling people, just the previous marketing strategy was better than anything else. Swears on the oath, his best-selling does not contain any illegal and unethical mind control tactics, right?
You want more clients? You think you can scale your business?
So you can see he has very entertaining videos. Let's see how long this is.
I was human. I am human. So I know.
Wait, is it illegal?
Oh my God! Look at the algorithm secret sauce. Drink it.
Stop looking for secret algorithm hacks and build a business that works in the real world. Running a business is hard, really fucking hard. Harder than it's going balls. It's like sitting a joke that there's nothing there for a trail of Lego, especially when you approach it like most people do, from trial and error, by hoping and praying, constantly worrying about where your next customer will come from. Stress and strangers wanting.
So you can see how engaging this video is. Super high production videos, which is really great at. That retains attention. But we're going to focus more on everything that's happening around it and the landing pages here. So here it has the pictures of people with the book, right? So this is social proof, right? Because and social proof is one of the best things you can do for conversions because you're getting your customers to do the selling for you, right? And especially if I'm someone who looks like the person that's in this like picture, right? I relate to it a lot. So social proof is a powerful thing, and you want to think about, okay, how can I incorporate more social proof into my landing pages, into my product pages, right? Rush me a free copy. Stock of this book is low, so it's using some scarcity there, right? Low stock. You can see here he has all these places that he's been featured in, right? And that's more credibility, right? Featured section. Okay. You share. So 1.2 million people like this. Be the first to show your friends, right? This is more social proof. Share the amount and the likes, right? And then we get down here to all of these different people, and these are really great reviews. If you want to up your reviews, this is what I would recommend you do, right? You have the image of the person, and then especially if it's coming from authority, it's even better. As you can see, it has their followers here, right? And it has the little extract, little review from them. It's their full name and the CEO, okay, let's say, like, who is he working for? What company does he own, right? Because now, because you're getting reviews from people who have high authority, like you can see this person has 1.8 million views, it's a more valuable review. And especially because it's coming from, okay, other business owners as well. This is a really powerful form of social proof. So, you want to up your social proof. A lot of people just have written reviews, but you want to have a picture, a review, their full name, and then, you know, what they do as well. What business do they own? Like, who are they? Right? The more information that you can give about the people leaving reviews, the better, because there's more touch points that can relate to the person who's actually reading and going through this landing page. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. So we have here reviews from authority figures. Great. Okay, star reviews. So you can see it incorporates a lot of these things all throughout the book, right? Possibly the most controversial and controversial marketing book for the general public that has ever seen, right? Cool. 3 types of traffic. Okay, May 7th. And if you want to create a torrential downpour of buyers that flood your businesses and they literally demand that you sell them products and services, this will be the most important book you read. Then it goes into his story, right? Into his story. And I would say that adds more credibility, right? He shares his founder's story. And then if you're a founder and you've overcame something and solved the problem for yourself that you now are helping others do, one of the best things that you can do is incorporating a founder story, right? Founder story where you share your story and how you came to be, because that's something that can relate to other people, right? So you can have the story of where he was dead broke, trying to figure things out, making 150 cold calls per day, right? And then he finally discovered the secret selling system, right? Okay. And this is really amazing copy, because secret selling system, you want to know what this is, right? It's a curiosity gap. And you want to close that loop in your mind. So it keeps you reading on, right? Okay. Using selling systems to be building the number 1 fastest growing agency in Australia. All right. Let's paste this in here. And the 17th fastest growing company in the country. These are all things that are, adding to his credibility, right? Adding to his credibility. So you can see, and he has these images here as well. Images are great because they tell a story, right? They tell a story. He has this image and it says 2014 cold calling from bedroom with $50, right? And then to being 2023 becoming on Shark Tank, right? And then he has the proof. It has proof here. So he uses loads of images and stuff for proof, right? Okay, he generated over 7.8 billion in reported client revenue in reported client revenue. That's also adds to the credibility here. And actually, you know what? We can put this in terms of results that he's gotten, right? Social proof, Shark Tank screenshot. Right, used to selling to build a home startup from 0 to 7 million in 8 months. He's just talking about the results that he's got. Pilates instructor, barely making 200K in revenue to a wildly successful business in 18 months. I'm not going to put every single one because he uses multiple examples of this, but I'm just trying to get you to, see basically these different elements, right? So he's sharing the results that he's got for other people in here, right? To create a torrential sample thing for your businesses. He has the customer reviews, written reviews. I know what's important is that he doesn't just that these elements come up multiple times all throughout the pages. It's not just a one and done thing. It's giving different versions, different variations, different versions all throughout his landing page. It's exactly what you want to do, right? And then he's going into a really, really engaging story. I'm going to focus on these elements here, but he's got actually so many different things in terms of the copy in here that actually makes this really, really great. And it makes you want to keep reading, right? Because it's a very, very engaging story. And notice how it's once, there's not a sentence that's longer than like 3 lines. It's very easy to consume that information and read through, right? Which is exactly what you want. And there's different variations in the length of these sentences as well, which is great, right? Right. And it's calling out to the different people who can use this selling system, which is amazing, right? Social proof of it being the bestseller on Amazon is already there, right? People with pictures with the books, right? Social media comments, messages and reviews, right? Right? And this is great because this is very native to what we see. Everyone's on Instagram every day. We know there's an Instagram page, right? We know there's the Instagram screenshot. So using these screenshots are great because it builds a lot of trust with people because it's on platforms they already spend a lot of time on, right? Why is this book one of a kind? It's showing why it's unique. It's another feature on Founder, right? Let's keep going down. Watch me a copy. Here's a fraction of what you discover in these pages as well. So you're sharing exactly some of the things that's actually going to be what people are going to learn, right? So it shows. Oh, I'll put this into law and offer actually. So it shows the bullets of different in the book, right? So that's luring people in. How to write Google AdWords or Facebook ads, right? How to find the best clients and hyperactive buyers in your marketplace, right? How to use the Godfather strategy to craft irresistible offers. Single best way to attract a highly profitable client. These are all things that really good bullets that people would want to learn from the book, and that makes them, want to read it. So this is a really great example of a law, right? Of a law or just an incentive to get people to buy, right? And by sharing, okay, these are the different things that you can learn from this, right? Credibility, use, methods, right? Let's keep going down. Screenshots of appointment booking, right? You can see here, right? Then strategy that beats a stampede of ready to buy buyers. And then you can see he's showing his Stripe screenshots as well, right? So you can see how many things is he doing to give you credibility? How many things is he giving you law in terms of objection handling, right? He calls out the different businesses and industries he's worked with. Would work for this older industry and the different clients that he's helped. Right. Master secret, this and that. That's great. So you can see that this is such a detailed and page, like is really, really incredible. And he uses so many of these different strategies in many different ways all throughout his landing page, right? Easy plug, play strategies. Makes it very easy, right? It makes it very easy to, it seemed very easy to apply his strategies, right? It's got video reviews down here, which is amazing. Okay, but your business is different. This won't work for you. Section. This is him overcoming objections, right? So how does he come and overcome those objections over here, right? This all sounds great, but he says he guarantee it will. All right. And then boom, here. For some strategies, you tried the strategies outlined in this book and they don't exponentially grow your sales. I refund you the cost of shipping, plus you keep the book for the inconvenience, right? How does he, that's an amazing objection handle. It's something that you can definitely swipe as well, right? Because it reduces, this is great. This is why guarantees work so well, because there's always a risk when people feel when people are about to buy something that if this doesn't work out, I'm going to lose out. But by him taking that risk and saying he's going to even cover the cost of shipping, plus they can keep the book for the inconvenience, then he's taking all that risk. So the risk is not liable to you if it doesn't work. So it lowers the customer's risk, the risk threshold, right? Which makes it easier for them to actually take an action and, go into the direction that you want, right? It's very clear on what to do next. And on Kindle. Right, let's keep going. Why am I giving you this book 100% free of charge? That's nothing. That's objection handling as well. Right, and he explains exactly why he's doing this, right? Then he has this, he has this guarantee, which is already mentioned above as well, right? So money back guarantee, even on a free shipping offer to cover the shipping, right? Ooh, now we go more into the free bonuses. Free bonus one. Free bonus one. Free bonus one. I think he has he makes a much attractive offer because he has multiple incentives. First is it's a free offer. It's a free book offer, right? It's a free book offer. It's on low start. It shares the different strategies people are going to learn from using the book. And then he's giving all these free bonuses as well. As well to attract even more people, right? To make it even more elusive and attractive offer by having all of these free bonuses as well. This is great, and it's really great for info products as well because, you can give out this information for free. It doesn't actually cost you anything, right? Free bonus two. So he has this ultimate swipe file. All right. And then he has a free ticket to the Sell Like Crazy Summit. 2 and 3. To be fair, these are all different bonuses, so I should actually make them like this. So you can see here, he's even giving these different offers, a free ticket to the Sell Like Crazy Summit, right? And it's a virtual event here, right? And then at the bottom, you can actually go and buy the book here, right? You see here, the book is free. You'll not be signing up for any trial. So you'll not be signing up for any trial for last on objection handle. These are all things that run through people's minds when they go for it, because it's not the first time they're probably buying an info product, right? Or buying a free plus shipping product, right? And people have different strategies to get people on subscriptions, etc., right? You can see there's no catch to this offer, right? This is how he's handling all of those objections. It's like, okay, well, we're not putting you on trial. We're not doing all these different things, right? And this is answering the objections in people's minds, right? Because on the sales page, on a landing page, you don't have the opportunity to speak to people one-on-one. So you need to know exactly what is going through people's minds before they buy. And you want to answer all of those questions on your landing pages, right? Which is exactly what he does over here, right? Then he has the, again, FAQs at the bottom. So yeah, answer. Right, it has it different from the other products. What exactly am I getting, right? And you can see here, breaking down you can see, yeah, now we've broken down exactly, what's going on this page. There's actually so much more we can go into but I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm just going to stick on these, and plug and play strategies. He also mentioned that is worked in whatever business industry. Right? So you can see how it hits all these different conversion elements, right? From credibility to law to objection handling to social proof, ease, result. And he does it so many times. I mean, there's more for result as well, but I didn't actually put everything in here, right? But I just put like the key points that really stuck out to me. But you can see how he shows the results, right? People are going to get, right? Right. Leads and sales, right? It shows all these different conversion elements, from the credibility to establish itself as an authority, a law, which is like a really attractive offer to get people to act now. That's the key thing with having a law and having a key offer, is to get people to respond right now. How he handles objections, includes those of social proof, ease, and the result. And he does this in multiple ways all throughout the landing pages, with multiple examples and multiple different types of ways of doing it. And this is one of the reasons why this page converts so well. Right? I might make another video on this page, so to go more into the copywriting, so I'm breaking down the copywriting and that, how he's actually talking and speaking and the messaging within this landing page. But for this one, we're just focusing on the main conversion elements on the page that's actually driving results, right? So we're focused more on the elements and the structures, but there's so much more that we can go onto this page, right? You're now taking hundreds of leads. You know how to get hundreds of leads. You can see here. So yeah, it does it in so many different ways. And this is one of the reasons why this page converts so well. Not only is the design incredible, right? And then all of these graphics and images that keeps you retained and keeps you really actually stuck watching the video. But all the elements that actually get people to convert are also being hit here as well, which is incredible, right? So if you want to increase how many opt-ins that you're getting, increase the conversion rate on your own landing pages, on your own websites, you want to think about these elements right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6 elements, and how you can incorporate them on every single page on your website, your landing pages, and how many different examples can you give to add onto that page, because that's really what is going to make you convert, right? If you think about, okay, have you been featured anywhere, right? What accolades do you have? You want to have things for credibility. You want to have a really attractive offer so that people actually respond now. So that might include, an offer like buy one, get one free book offer, including bonuses to make this a very attractive offer so that we get a response right now. And then objection handling. Think about all the questions that people have, right? A great way that you can do this is just going through your customer messages and what are the common questions people are asking you consistently, and how can you answer that on the page, right? Because if they're asking you that in the messages, that's one thing that's actually stopping them from buying, because they couldn't find the answer on your page, right? So you want to make sure that you fix that. Having lots of social proof. You can see here he has video reviews, picture reviews, right? UGC photos of people holding his book, right? You got reviews from authority figures, written reviews, right? Screenshots from Instagram and Facebook and these social media platforms that we use all the time, right? And then with ease, it makes it seem easy to use and apply these strategies as well, which is very important, because the less effort it takes for him to get a result, the more valuable your offer is, right? And then results, it shows them exactly what they're going to get from actually getting this book. What results are they going to get from investing their time and getting this book, right? So if you want to make sure that your page is converting high, you want to make sure you're hitting all of these elements on your landing pages, on your product pages as well, because this is where people are going to convert to either become a contact, where you're collecting the names and emails, or become an actual customer as well, right? But this is the most important. This is your landing pages where people convert is the most important part, because this is where people exchange their money. This is where people become a customer, or this is where people become a lead. So you want to make sure that everything is done on that page to get the best results, and you're hitting all of these 6 elements, right? Cool. Thank you for watching this video in its entirety. And yeah, have a great day. Hope you gained a lot of value from this. And I'm going to be making more videos like this to help people out with their marketing as well. So if you want to improve your marketing skills, if you want to improve your marketing skills, get more leads, get more clients, then check out my other YouTube videos as well, and click on my Instagram to see more of the strategies and more of the things that we do that can help you out in terms of growing your business, right? I'm releasing a video every week on YouTube. So click the link, click like and subscribe, so that, you know, the algorithm pushes this content out to reach more people, and I can keep making these videos for you as well. So like, subscribe, and thank you for watching this video in its entirety. Have a great day.